Happy New Year, scrubbers. It's New Year's Day, 2022. We made it through 2021. Sometimes I wonder how we did. Thought I'd clean up some smalls today out here in the shop. I won't be out here too long. It's pretty cold out there. Pretty cold in here. I got cables. Cut the lead off, and actually might be better just to put it in the melting pot and melt the lead off, and then just take whatever's left. I've got several buckets down here. I've got miscellaneous copper tubing, copper wire, brass. I got some brass on the bench here that came out of the big stainless steel cast aluminum grill. Got this piece. I think these fittings are mainly aluminum. Got one aluminum fitting here. So usually these ones like this where I can slide the fitting back, I'll use my little pipe cutter. Like this one. Now that one there is most likely brass. Trying to get out a video every couple of days if I can. Today I probably should have skipped it, but I kind of want to play with that video editor a little bit. I want to see if I can add. It's got green screen feature, and I got some little green screens of the subscribe button, so I thought I might play with that and see if I can't drop that in towards the beginning of the video, like a lot of those guys do. A lot of times I wait till the end to remind everybody about the affiliate page and to subscribe and whatnot, but video retention, a lot of people drop out long before they get to the end of the video. So, here if I can learn how to do that. This new video editor I got has the capability. I got that aluminum off. Now this one here, that's not going to make the bend. I don't know if I need to back up. You're probably not seeing what I'm doing here. Hang up a little bit. I'm bad about not being in the view. Camera's pointing at me, but not always on me. Yeah, I was in there drinking coffee this morning and said it was 32 out there with a high of 42. So I thought, okay, I'll let it warm up a little bit more and have another cup of coffee. Then I checked the web page again, it was 27. I said, I guess that 42 was sometime earlier this morning. It's supposed to be down 10, 11 degrees tonight, and with a high of 32 tomorrow. Yeah, so basically tomorrow is going to be nicer weather than it is right now. Okay, so that's probably all. Yeah, I could probably take that apart. That angle might be extruded. The rest of it probably, well, might have some cast there too. Got a nice piece of copper pipe. A lot of times on copper pipe, especially, you know, if it's going to pass for number one, I try to get it down fairly small where it fits good into a 5-gallon bucket. I think I'm going to cut kind of putting a smaller tubing into Another one, find out if the yard calls it that number one also, or something different. Yeah, some people tell me they're getting over $200 a ton for shred. Out here in Oklahoma, unfortunately. So, hey, maybe I should say something early in the video. Hey, welcome to the channel. Please subscribe. Hopefully you like the video. Take a look around my playlist. I do a lot of different things. Here lately it's been just pretty much cleaning up and hauling a few loads to the scrapyard, trying to make room for this spring. I think break loose again. I finally got my Knipex side cutters back from my daughter. A little bit rusty now, but yeah, I had them in on the other workbench in the other room where I used to work a couple years ago. And went in there looking for them one day, couldn't find them. And then I looked for them a couple other times, looked all over, could not find them. And one day my daughter was out working on a chicken pen and she had them out there. I said, ah, there they are. Would have been nice if she told me that she had them, but it is what it is. Yeah, I have another way of cutting this down. I got some long handled cable cutters. I stick them in the vise and then throw a tote or something on the floor and cut them, and it just falls right into the tote. A lot faster. I'm not worried too much about speed today though. I think I'm going to cut this so I can get the nut off of there. And then I'll have to make two cuts here to get that little pressure ring off, I guess. I'm not sure what that little ring's called. I'm sure they got a name for it. Make it easier to hold. Get some pliers here. Yeah, it's pretty brutal outside. Wind's blowing pretty good. It's supposed to be kind of windy tomorrow. About, I think it's at 11 or 14, but today it's like 27 mile-an-hour winds, wind gusts. So. That's brass, that's brass. I got to cut both of those. I do have a little die grinder with 3-inch blades that would be kind of handy, because I could hold that there and just kind of cut it, but I don't really want to turn the air on at this moment. I want to turn the angle grinder on, so if you guys are wearing earbuds, headphones, you may want to turn them down for a second until I get, it'll just be about four cuts. I try to cut it on and flip it over to the other side. Here we go. Micro scrapping at its best. Little bitty pieces of brass. But that also cleans up the copper. I think a lot of times in the past I just cut it off close to the brass ring there and just throw it into dirty copper. And I thought, why don't I just cut the ring? And I don't think I got quite in half on that one. It's not wanting to slide off. There it comes. There we go. I don't know where the other little piece went. It probably blew off. But that's clean copper. Yeah, there it is. It says clean copper. Landed in the bucket. I've got a few pieces here I'll cut later. These here I need to check the ends. Sometimes you've got brass ends. Sometimes they're copper. If they're copper, then all you got to do is get rid of all the insulation. So I'll work them a little later. Same thing here. You cut the lead off, but then when you melt it, you end up with the wires. So you know, a little short copper wire. So I'm just curious whether it'd be better to just set that in the melting pot, let it melt off. You may end up with just a touch of copper or lead on the wire, but I don't think it'd be too bad. Now these, I used to have a little bitty like ice pick. We've got an ice pick in the other room. I may have to get it. There's a little red-handled pick. I don't know. I haven't seen it in a while. Kept it over on that shelf over there. But I've got this little pick. It just doesn't have a real pointed tip on it. And a little peanut butter. I want to say hi to everybody. Yeah, I want to say hi to everyone. Huh? Yeah, you're spoiled, aren't you? Getting fat too, huh? Gonna roll over. Too much stuff in your way. Too much stuff in the way. Okay, now you're gonna roll over. Okay. He likes to lay on his back and have you scratch his belly sometimes. And a lot of times these here on the these burners, a lot of them anymore are aluminum here. I don't know if I can just get a hold of that, but I may have to try needle nose. Fingers are starting to get a little cold. Nose is getting a little cold. But these things are aluminum. Get close to the camera here. If they're aluminum, you can see this little tip here. They're usually brass, so just find a small wrench and zip them off. And like I say, I got to get rid of that rubber. And then it looks like I got two torque screws right there that I can buzz those off with, and then get this shred off of there. But since this is all brass and that's brass, I don't really have to. I'll run the grinder down that real quick, show you that that is brass. Should just take a nail grinder, I guess. It might be easier. Otherwise, I have to do it on top or something. Yeah, I think you can see the color there in the grind. Okay, I'll see if I can get in there with. Really not getting it with those either. May have to grind a better point on that one tool there. Or go in the other room and grab my ice pick. I'll see if I can do it with these little ring pliers. Got fairly good point on them. See if I can get under it with that. But it'd probably come off a whole lot easier if it was warmer in here too. Rubber doesn't respond well when it's frozen. Anyway, you get the idea. Get that off of there. Get my multi-bit set out, see if I can find the right. I think I'm going to put that in the drill. I'll warm my hands up over here for just a second. Let's see, this one I want to use. That one fits. Get a good grip on it. I think that one's a 15. Yeah, torque's 15. And then take that apart. You got a little spring inside there, so you got to get rid of that. The magnet will probably stick to that spring. And once that's off of there, that's clean, which yard might say it's clean anyway. And then, as you can see, we're sticking here, so you got this little pin right there. Pull that pin out, and then that piece will should just slide right off. And now it's clean brass. So I think I'm going to call it quits for this video, get back in the house and put on another pot of coffee and go play with that video editor. Gonna learn a little more about it. So again, I want to wish everyone a happy new year, and hopefully it will be a good, prosperous new year. My income's fixing to drop in about a month, well, 2 months. I figure about another 20 working days, about the end of January. Then I'm going to take a couple weeks of vacation time and then use up my personal time, and then go in and give my badge and a lockout and officially retire, and then start scrapping full time. So I did about $4,000 in scrap a year before last. This last year I did about $175 short of $6,000. So what can I do if I'm full time? Of course, I still got, you know, quite a bit of stuff here I could sell if I want to, but I'm right now, as I transition from the money I'm making to retirement, I want to try to hang on to some copper, brass, aluminum, in case times get tough. I got, you know, a little bit of money to fall back on, a little bit of stuff I can sell and fall back on it. Hopefully the prices will be good if I have to sell it, and when I do sell it. But yeah, I think I'll go in and warm up. So you guys take care, stay warm, and happy scrapping. Bye-bye.